Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Darlene Adley, aka Madam Noir, and today I'm going to tell you guys 10 reasons. I have my notebook here filled with information that I wrote down off the top of my head to why companies do not want to work with you. Whether you're an independent contractor or you're an influencer or you're a personal creator and you want to get deals with brands, I'm going to tell you guys 10 reasons. And as I'm telling you guys those 10 reasons, I'm going to be doing my makeup because I got somewhere to go. At the same time, don't mind the chirping smoke alarm because literally it just went off and somebody had to come and take it out and fix it, so now it's currently chirping, so don't mind that. I'm gonna start off by putting a little bit of blur on my face so I can blur out my pores. Okay, so the first reason why companies do not notice you is because you may have not developed your why statement. And a why statement is what monumental impact in your life has caused you to say, I need to be a creator and I need to talk to people and I need to help people. What is that why statement? What has happened in your life to where you feel as though you need to talk to people? For me personally, I developed the branding or the brand Madam Noir because when I was in high school, I've already said this in my testimony. If you have my podcast, I'll say my podcast right here. My testimony, which I went through in my personal life, is when I was in high school, I encountered a situation where I felt as though I was belittled, and I felt that since I'm a minority, I could not achieve things in my life which I've dreamt about. When I attended this school, the atmosphere was just, I felt like it catered to a certain demographic. That's what I truly felt. And there's other people who looked like me that could say the same thing because for them, they felt the same exact way. And the trauma is bad. So ever since I was in high school, I always felt like I had to live up to a certain standard. I had to revamp myself and revamp my life for this certain standard. It's like I had this what is my purpose kind of situation in life. And because I went through that, it really, you know what's interesting? I literally went to counseling to fix that, to fix what I went through in high school. And now I'm doing a lot better. But when I went through that, it's like I was questioning myself to my core. And I was so confused because that's not even something that it's like, it's weird. It's like, I don't understand. I still to this day don't understand it. Teachers who make students feel as though they're not worthy enough to achieve what they want to achieve when we're paying you to be our teacher. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I did not like. That's what I went through in high school. And I felt like I was an outsider. I felt like I did not belong. I felt I wasn't going to amount to anything because of the color of my skin. So when I graduated from that school, I entered college with a mentality of I need to be a perfectionist. And it became draining. It really became draining. But now that I'm older, what I'm trying to incorporate into my branding is I don't have to. I could just be myself, and I could really get through in life being myself because I have a lot of insight of what I went through in my past that I could share with people and they can relate to. That's my why statement. So when it comes to developing your why statement, and who are you? You have to take into consideration, why would people want to watch your content? What informative information do you have to offer people? What advice can you give people that will pivot their life in a way where they can make changes? What information do you have to offer people? So that's like one of the first things about being a digital creator. What is different about you? What makes you unique to the point where people are like, I want to listen to what she has to say. The advice she will give me will also help me. Because in social media today, Everyone is basically doing the same thing, and they don't have a why factor. They don't have a why factor. And in order to stand out, you have to figure out your why factor. What happened in your life to where you're like, okay, I'm going to push out my content, or I'm going to push out what I have to say? What is it that's so interesting about your makeup tutorials? What is interesting about that? When I think about my makeup tutorials, I say informative information which you can learn from while I'm doing my makeup, because I just have things going on in my mind where I just want to talk. Just want to talk, just want to talk, just want to talk. So right now you may see me doing my makeup, but what are you learning from me? What techniques am I telling you which will best benefit you? That's the whole developing your why. What is unique about you? What is it about you that you're not afraid to talk about? What is it that you're not afraid to say? This is like the core foundation of being an influencer, so that you could stand out. So, you know, you don't mix in with all the rest and everyone's like, okay, yeah, I just watch her because of her makeup, and at the end of the day, I'm not learning anything from her. Like, people are endlessly, everyone wants to learn something. Everyone is constantly wanting to learn something different. And we're in the day and age where you will see a lot of creators or influencers speaking about things, or not even speaking at all about anything. And it's like, at the end of the day, you're following them and you're like, I'm not even learning from them. I'm not even learning. You're not even learning a thing from that person. The conversation, there's no substance. You're not learning anything. And that's where creators need to change. When you talk about what you're going through in your personal life and incorporate creating at the same time, that's where you have a bigger audience. That's where companies want to work with you, because they see authenticity within you. They see that, oh, this person is authentic, and we can actually hire them to promote our business. So the next thing is niching. Niching means, what is it that you do? I personally, my niche, beauty, faith, and music. That's my niche. And I'm saying it in this beauty, faith, and music because this is how I started off. I started off in the beauty field, where I was just doing beauty. I was doing makeup, I was doing hair, I was doing outfits, I was doing promotions for brands, stuff like that. And then I really evaluated my life, and I was like, yo, Jesus is coming soon. Like, I had an epiphany last summer. I was like, yo, Jesus is coming soon. What am I doing? When I could also be talking about what's to come. And that's the thing that really frustrates me about when we're not talking about what's to come in the future. What is coming? Like, have you heard of now Project 25? Where there's going to be a dramatic change in this society, and literally education's a big culprit, religion is a big culprit. It's a lot. That's a story for another day. I'm going to talk about it on my podcast. Make sure you're following my podcast, please, because I be talking about a lot of stuff on that podcast. Okay? I be talking about a lot of stuff. Who else is going to talk about it? Everybody talk about comfort zone things. No, we need to get out of our comfort zone and start talking about what's really happening with this society, because Jesus is coming soon. Jesus is coming soon, and the amount of chaos that is happening right now. Have you seen the stuff that's happening in Miami? That's a story for another day. But anyways, that's where I had an epiphany last summer, and I was like, okay, I need to reroute what I'm talking about. So that's when I created my podcast called Minds on Kingdom. And the initial thing about my podcast is I need to revamp my mind in preparation for the kingdom. That's where Minds on Kingdom comes from. So I need to revamp my life and fix my life so that I'm capable and will be accepted by the Lord to be like, okay, baby, come into the heaven. Come to the pearly gates. Come in. You are welcome. You know, trying to fix my life, trying to fix me, trying to fix my inner core. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have my microphone sitting right here. It's a lifestyle, and it's not easy. Within my podcast, I talk about how it's not easy in this life just being like, okay, you know what? We're walking by faith. We're walking by faith. We're walking by faith. Because sometimes you may be like, I'm petrified. I'm scared right now, you know? And I don't know. I just talk about a lot of stuff in that podcast. So you might as well go subscribe to it. That's why I went from beauty to faith. And then I'm kind of entering music because I have an album coming. With the faith-based part, the music and the podcast is like hand in hand. But at the same time, I'm still like doing beauty. So within my life personally, within the past 2 years, I've gone through like a number of things that I'm not very vocal about and trying to learn how to be vocal. Just trying to be better and do the inner work to be a better individual. So yeah, don't be afraid to talk about what you went through in your life, because there is someone who will connect and understand, okay? And if I did not go through, you know, sometimes you got to be grateful what you go through in your life, because if I did not go through those teachers making me feel bad or making me feel as though I would not amount to anything, if I didn't go through that, then I would not be able to figure out my why factor to why I want to do what I want to do, you know? So sometimes there's like a reason. There's a reason for everything. There is a reason for everything, and you got to use things in your life as a lesson. I'm looking at the bright side of things and don't look at things as like, oh, this is draining, or this is stressing me out, or what am I learning from this experience, or why did this have to happen to me? Like when you come out of that mentality and you say, okay, this is firmly a lesson and this is what's going to get me to my next calling, this is what's going to allow me to have a better relationship with God, or this is the plan of God to get me to my next purpose, you begin to look at things differently. You really begin to look at things differently. So yeah, as I was saying, my podcast was like an outlet for me to talk about my life, scenarios in my life, things which have happened in my life, and how I was able to compare and contrast those issues and those things to the stories within the Bible and be able to use that as a map or a guideline to overcome what I'm going through. So figuring out your why, the basis of your why statement. What is it that you go through in your life where you can be able to be very vocal, have a bond with people, your audience, or people who are watching you, and they can use what you go through as a blueprint for their life and be like, you know what? She was able to go through that. I'm definitely able to go through that. You know, don't be afraid about what people are going to say about you. Listen, there will be people who won't talk. They're going to talk and talk and talk. But you know what? It's okay. Babe, that is free marketing. They are marketing you. Because there will be someone out there who will be like, you know what? You're talking a lot about this person. Now I'm about to go check out for myself who this person is. And I promise you, this happened to me so many times where someone will be like, and this happened mainly back in like my small city in Indiana. People just be talking. They be with the mouth. And there was this person, I kid you not. There's this person like, yeah, like there was a lot of people talking about you and I don't get why. When I see what you do, like it makes sense. And they said, I have an opportunity for you. So it was free marketing. People would talk bad about you in this life. People will talk bad about you, but they're literally doing free marketing for you, and you will open doors. It will open doors for you. It will really open doors for you. Where you be like, what? Like it will open doors for you for like collaborations and promotions and things like that. It's things that you do not even expect. Okay. So let them talk. Pray for them though. You got to pray for them because you don't understand why they're putting those insecurities onto you. Because sometimes people could see something within you that they do not see in themselves, and they don't know why they see something good in you. And instead of them being like, you know what, Darlene, how do you do this? How do you do this? Or I can learn from you, or why can't we collab? They would choose to talk bad about you. But that's okay, because it is free marketing. Free marketing, free 99. And it will open doors. It will open doors for you. Never copy someone else's branding. Never do that, because you could be able to see right through it. Baby, you could really see right through it. I personally, I could see right through it. I could be like, huh? It's just a cringe. Just do you and be yourself. Then you can create a media kit. When you're creating a media kit, you want to make sure that you already have content posted. You already have posted stuff, like, you know, already posted videos, already have videos which are out, where you can put that on your media kit, and it's almost like a digital resume. Media already posted, like for example a TikTok, or you have a YouTube video posted, that serves as like a media kit where you can place that within a document. And when you want to email a company, and here's the thing, 90% of the time, a solid 90% of the time, I was the one that emailed companies saying I want to work with them. I was the one that emailed them. They didn't come looking for me. I went looking for them. And when you have a solid media kit, and look it up what a media kit is. When you have a solid media kit where you write down how many views you've got in the past couple of years, or what you do, how much people impressions or interactions you got with your videos. That's when companies will be like, okay, if that is her analytics, let's see what kind of videos she posts. And the videos and the attachment in the email which you have sent, along with like your cold pitch of like you wanting to say like, hey, almost like you marketing yourself, saying why you're a good why you would be a good influencer for them. When you write that email or create that email, when you send your videos, you want your videos to all have a common theme. You want your videos to be in high quality. You want your videos to look very nice, very descriptive. So when they do see those videos, they're like, okay, I foresee her promoting our company. I foresee her promoting our brand. And I think she would market us well. I think she would market our company very well. And so that's what would get you opportunities. If you already have videos that you promote, that you've done for other companies, and they're already nice and you could see the product very well, like, you know, you don't want it to be a pixelated video. You want people to clearly see what you're using. You want it in focus. This is what I'm using. This is what the primer I use on my face. This is the foundation I use on my face. When doing the media kits, you will be able to see what they expect. And when you even look at other companies and their ads, or other influencers and the ads that they make for companies, you can be able to see what the expectation is, making sure that your aesthetic is up to par, so that when someone sees a video by you, yeah, whenever someone sees a video by you, they'll be like, oh yeah, that's definitely Madame Noir. I know who influenced this. I know, you just know, because of the way their aesthetic is up to par with who they are as a person. So yeah, you know, incorporating your favorite colors, your uniqueness, your authenticity, your creative side, being very creative, being extremely creative when it comes to these things. Because when you're creative, companies notice that. And they will realize that you will go out of your way to be creative to market them. Okay? Gotta be very creative. So if you're doing for example, you're doing a makeup tutorial, okay? And you're like, I want to be creative with this makeup tutorial, to where a company will see me and be like, you know what? I want to work with her. So you got to think about things that people wouldn't think about. This includes going out of your way. For example, if you're going to make a TikTok reel, and you want to be authentic and you want your videos to be different from the way it used to be, get like this close to the camera to where people could see your skin very well. Don't get far so you can see the background. Get like this close. Get this close and be like, today I'm going to show you how this product right here will mask the darkness under my eyes, and I will be able to wear this product for 12 hours, or how many hours you want to say. For 12 hours, and you will not see one crease, or I will not have to apply any more makeup, or, you know, your whole entire storyline. But you have to really actually love the product. You can't just talk about any product just for, you have to actually be in love with the product. Like me, I'm actually in love with this product. So this is something that would work for me. You could do this with the primer, you could do this with the foundation, you could do this with a mascara, you could do this. And you could say, I'm going to show you how this is going to cover all these dark marks off right here. I'll be able to wear it for 24 hours or how many hours. And even when I put water on my face, or even when I this product will still be on my face, even after how many hours. And I'm actually in love with, like, you have to actually be in love with this product. Don't be out here pretending, because people will see that you pretending and you just want to check. Like, you got to actually promote things that you actually love. Promote a company you actually love. Go after a company you actually love. Because if you don't really care about the company for real, people could see that. You have to actually wear this company on a daily basis. For me, this product is almost gone. You see the bottom? You see the bottom? This product is almost gone. So this is something I can market. And I could be like, let me show you how I could wear this for how many hours, blah, 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 blah. And it's effective and it works for me. So I'm going to do my whole entire makeup and I'm going to show you guys how it's going to work over how many hours. You come back 5 hours later, be like, oh, look at my skin. It's still covering my dark marks. It's still covering everything and it still looks good. And I didn't even apply powder. I'm going to come back in another 5 hours. You disappear, you come back another 5 hours. You take a video. Look at my skin. I have not even reapplied powder. You know, stuff like that. That's how brands will see you. Because people will be like, oh, if this product could work 5 hours for her, if it could work 10 hours for her, it could definitely work how many hours for me? And there's even people who are typing on the internet. Because right now it's wedding season. What concealer can I use that will last my whole entire wedding? That person will watch your video and be like, oh, I was flabbergasted. So now she's resharing your video to her bridesmaids, so her bridesmaids could buy the same thing. And then those bridesmaids are resharing it to their cousins and friends and whatever who's gonna go to the wedding too. And they may have something, you know what I'm saying? Your video can travel. Your video it can travel. And then by the end of time, the company may see you. And by the time that company sees you, and you already rock with that company, you already love their product, and now you're on their PR list. That's how it works. That's how it works. So promote things you actually love. If you know you don't love a company for real, why are you trying to, you know what I'm saying? People will notice, because even your audience will be like, oh, I thought you liked using blah, 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 blah product. And then now you got to be like, oh. And then people go be like, oh. You know what I'm saying? So it has to be actually something that you use for real. My thing is empty. So you know I rock with them. And I will be purchasing another bottle. And if the company sees me using their product, that's good. That is great. Because now you're on their PR list. And you don't even have to buy the product anymore. Because you're honestly on their PR list. In my opinion, if a company reaches out to you and you don't want to work with them for real, reject it. Reject it. You can reject it sometimes. I know we're in a day and age where people are just like, no, I want the free stuff. That's up to y'all. But for me, if I don't rock with the company for real, I'm gonna reject it. I'm gonna reject it. Because there's no reason to be out here pretending. Like, if you don't like the company or you don't like the product, why are you pretending? You know what I'm saying? There's no reason to pretend. What would I be doing marketing dry shampoo? Why would I be marketing Baltiste? Is it called Baltiste? Dry shampoo. I don't have that hair. Why am I rocking dry shampoo? So I could put it in my wig? So there's a certain kind of companies you don't work with because you can't market for real. If I'm an African American, I don't wear dry shampoo. I don't use none of that. I don't like shampoo and conditioner. That's a different story. Tresemme is very good. Dove is very good. Pantene is actually very good. If you use it in your wigs, Pantene is a good shampoo and conditioner for some wigs. So I would market them. But if they ask me to market a dry shampoo, baby, count me out. Count me out. Because what am I doing? Like, my fellow black people will be like, girl, you know you don't use that. They're like, what is you doing? What is you doing? Something that you know for a fact that you shouldn't be using. You don't market that. You don't market that. Okay? It's almost like someone who's not people of color marketing a wig, a lace front wig with some ebony glue. For real? Or some bold hold glue. Like, that's not something, like, you don't do that. Because then it's just like, what? You know? It doesn't make any sense at all. It doesn't make no sense. So, you got to be very particular about what you're marketing. And make sure you are using certain pops of color, things like that, so that it can get your audience's attention. So they could be like, oh, I'm going to stay and watch this video. Oh, having a good intro is important too. Like in the beginning of your YouTube videos, having a great intro is important. Also, on your TikTok videos or on your shorts on YouTube, having a good intro, or even in your YouTube titles. Like, for example, in my YouTube title, I said why I dropped out of college a week before graduation. You clearly saw that I graduated. In the thumbnail, you clearly saw my cap and gown. You clearly saw me taking a picture. You clearly saw me with the rest of my classmates. But the title is what's going to bring people in. You have to have a good strategy with having a title or a clip art or something at the beginning of your video to where it's just like, oh, I got to sit here from beginning to end to watch this. Like, for example, you just bought a Mercedes-Benz. Your intro could be like, girl, tell me why I stole this Mercedes-Benz off the lot. People gonna watch that. They're gonna like, oh, you stole a Mercedes-Benz off the lot. Knowing good and well that at the end of the video, it'll be a video you signed the papers, them giving you the keys. Like, you got the car in a reasonable manner. You got the car in a manner where it's not unethical. Like, it's just like you didn't do some bizarre stuff for the car. But in the title, you could be like, come with me to go steal a car from the Mercedes parking lot or the Mercedes lot. Girl, you know how many people gonna come to that video? There's gonna be a lot of people in that video because they're gonna be like, girl, how you do that? You know? Stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Y'all, I'm all over the place. I forgot my makeup routine because I'm talking to y'all. I don't know what I'm doing right now. What am I doing? What did I just do? What did I just do? What's my next step? Oh, contour. So, yeah, y'all. Yeah. You know, you just gotta be very smart with it. So be yourself. Don't copy nobody's personality. Never copy anybody's personality. And I'll be peeping it and I'll be knowing because you could just tell. You could just tell. I'd be so irritated. That'll make me click off so fast. Be yourself. Cause I promise you, people gonna see right through that, girl. I promise you that. That's one thing for sure. One thing's for certain. That's for sure. Because literally, the way I'm talking to you guys right now is the way I talk to my friends. Literally. Literally. I have my friend's side, but then I also have my professional side. There's two, like, you know, everybody has two sides to them. A professional side, but then they also have that confident side where they're with their friends and they just be yapping. So, I be shy with y'all sometimes, don't get me wrong. But I'm realizing that my yappy side is starting to come out, which is okay. That means I'm getting confident with you guys. But, yeah. And my friends could always verify this is how I am in real life. I ain't doing nothing different for y'all. Because, girl, bye. Anyways, be yourself. Don't copy nobody's personality. Because that stuff be cringe. I promise you. That stuff really be cringe. And, people could really notice that. That stuff really be cringe. But anyways, always remember that followers does not amount to immediate deals with brands. So you may have over 15,000 followers on Instagram. You may have 20,000 followers on Instagram. You may have 30,000 followers on Instagram. But a company may see you and be like, no, we don't want to work with that person. And the reason they'll say that is because you're not offering any information. No one can learn from you. Like, you're posting makeup tutorials and stuff, but everybody is posting makeup tutorials nowadays. What is someone learning besides a makeup tutorial? Do you give out information where like life-changing information where someone could be like, you know what? Yeah, she's doing a makeup tutorial right now, but she's dropping ideas. She is dropping information. Like, I can really create a business with what she just told me, or I can be a better independent contractor with the information she told me. Like, I can make actual sales. I can make closing deals with the information that she just told me, you know? Stuff like that. Like, are you dropping actual information? Or is what you're saying bettering someone's life? Like faith-based. I can be doing a makeup tutorial and I could be telling you my testimony about God, or how God worked through my life, or how God intervened in my life, or what epiphany I went through in my life that has made me the person I am today, or has made me have a better outlook on my life, you know? Or what lessons I've gone through to give me the insight that I have today, to give me the wisdom that I have today. Like, you know, steps in educational things. What value are you pouring into your audience to where every time they press your video, they're leaving astonished, or they're leaving like flabbergasted because of the ideas you've dropped, you know? Even though I don't have those followers, it doesn't matter to them. Because at the end of the day, if I were to go into a meeting with them, or if we were to get on a call, they would leave that conversation or that call realizing that I'm an asset to their company. You got to be an asset. Perform as an asset. Because once you become an asset, they don't want you to leave. They do not want you to leave, and they're willing to send you things because they see how best you perform and how many people you bring to their company. You know? You see what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? I hope you guys feel what I'm saying. Be informative, be organized, create your brand, and that catches your audience. When you have something to say, when you're informative, when you, like, for example, if you're a stylist, if for example you're a stylist and you like to put together clothes, here's what I would do if I was a stylist, or I was really into fashion. I would get on TikTok, or I would get on YouTube, or I would get on something and be like, create 20 outfits using one dress. Create 20 different outfit sets using one dress. So this dress is the main staple to the fashion thing. Okay, the main staple. What accessories, what blazers, what shoes, what different things will you coordinate with this one dress to make 20 different outfits, to make 10 different outfits, if you're a fashion person? Or you could say how to create your style using only clothes from Ross. Using only clothes from Ross, can you create your ideal style? Like, for example, if you're an elegant person, if you're into pop culture, if you're, you know what I'm saying? Depending on the fashion sense you have, what can you make out of that? If you're into makeup, you could do a video on how to create a photo ready makeup look, only using makeup from Elf, or only using makeup from Dollar Tree, or only using makeup from Family Dollar. How to make a professional makeup look that's professionally photo ready, and all of your makeup is from Walmart. You know, coming up with things like that, because that's what people are going to watch. They're going to be like, oh, I get all my makeup from this one place, or I get all my outfits from this one place. I buy all my stuff from this one place. How does this person make this stuff look so high end? How does this person make these things look very, you know? It's all about strategy and creating a blueprint that you know for a fact will work well, you know? And being a faith-based influencer, I feel like being a faith-based influencer makes things 10 times easier. When you're a faith-based influencer, you have one goal. And your one goal at the end of the day, your one goal is to enter heaven. The one goal is to enter heaven. Because that's your one goal, everything you do is centered around this one goal, which is entering heaven. Yes, at the end of the day, people are trying to make a living out of what they're doing, whatever. But at the end of the day, you're looking at God. You're looking at, okay, God, you're the one directing me. You're the one that's going to open these doors. You are the one that's going to lead me into where I need to go. That's who you go back to at the end of the day. That is who you're going back to. When you don't have an idea, you're going back to God. When you are feeling unmotivated, you're going back to God. For me, now that I changed my why statement to be fixing my life just to live with God forever in the pearly gates, passing the pearly gates of heaven and just entering there and living with him forever, things have worked out differently. Now I really don't care if a brand reaches out to me, sends me stuff or sends me product. Like, that's not my goal. My goal is to speak to people. Talk. Yap, 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 yap. Yeah, I just be yapping because I'm giving you insight on what went on in my life and how I was able to conquer what I went through in my life. If that makes sense to you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But yeah, be bold. Be very bold. Be very bold when it comes to these companies. And email them if you feel that they're not going to reach out to you. It's okay to be bold. It's okay to email them. Show them your media kit. Tell them about yourself. But your audience at the end of the day, they have to know you off the back of their hand and be like, yeah, I know her. I know who she is. I know what she likes to do. I know. You know? Just be yourself. Just be yourself. Be yourself. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters at the end of the day is entering heaven. I'm gonna be honest. So you can have fun with what you do, you know, in beauty or fashion and things like that. But at the end of the day, don't forget the main objective. The main objective is to enter heaven. And the thing is, I'm not trying to force a belief onto you guys, but I'm being realistic. If you go do your background knowledge or your background information or your background and that's the main objective, is to enter heaven. So yes, don't get too lost in the sauce of like, oh, free stuff or like, okay, that's cool, but entering heaven is the main thing. Because this life is getting very corrupted. This life is not, it's not the vibes. It is not the vibes. And I'm gonna be quite honest with you. This life on earth is not the vibe. It's not the move. It's not the move at all. It's not the move at all. It's not the move at all. It's not. Especially with what's happening in this world, the craziness which is happening in this world, bruh. And no one sees it. No one sees what is really happening right now. At all. No one sees. Like, when I was reading about how the let me be selective with what I say. When I was reading an article, and there were some individuals who were canceling the Bible, like the way that this world and this government is starting to try to make the Bible look bad or trying to make Christ look bad. It's like, that's how you know we're in the end times, bruh. That's how you know we're really in the end times. We're really in the end times. So, just gotta be have your eyes open to what's happening. Like, yes, you can still do beauty. Yes, you can still do fashion. But don't get lost. Don't get lost in it. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, the Lord surpasses all. The Lord surpasses all. So yeah, y'all. Don't forget your why. Um, be you, be yourself, be unapologetic about your why. Because when you're unapologetic about your why, you're able to get to your milestones a lot faster. Don't worry about what people say. Don't worry about the critiquing or, don't allow people to critique you who've never been in the shoes that you want to be. That's really a thing. And then you become confused, like, why are you critiquing me when you've never even done what I want to do? You know? Have you ever partnered with the brand? No. Has a brand ever emailed you? No. Like, like I always give myself those questions. I'm like, has a brand ever contacted this person? No. Has a brand ever reached out to this person? No. Have they ever had a branding opportunity? No. So why are you critiquing me? You know? That's what I used to say. Has this person ever created a podcast? No. Has this person ever dropped a music album? No. So why are you critiquing me? You know? you in this life, you'll receive a lot of criticism from individuals who have never been in the footsteps that you want to go. And the people who've actually been where you want to go, they're the ones dropping free knowledge, free information on how to get there swiftly, things like that, you know? So just push, 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 push yourself. That's what I'm doing now, currently pushing myself to just keep going, you know? Because you're so close. You're so close to God's breakthrough. You are so close. Just keep believing in Him, you know? Because, you know, this is a question that people need to ask themselves. Why would God bring you so far? So far, just to give up on you? That doesn't sound like the God that I serve, you know? God will bring you so far so then He could show you what He's been preparing you for. He can show you why you've been working so hard. So that when you do achieve this milestone or you do achieve what you want to achieve, you will understand why He made you wait. You will understand why you had to go through different character development skills to get to this calling, to get to this purpose. So, you know, always be steadfast, always be faithful, always listen to the Lord, and make Him allow Him to be the forefront of it all. Allow Him to be the forefront of it all. Because He is at the forefront of it all. You know? Allow Him to be at the forefront of it all. Because at the end of the day, the only way we'll get to our achievements is through God. That's the only way. The only way each person in this life will get to their achievements is through God. The only way you'll be able to go through your obstacles in a manner where you feel as though, oh, I'm still capable even though I have obstacles. It's God. That's the only way. The secret to everything in my life is God. Because I promise you, if it wasn't for Him and the path that He's placed me in my life, I don't think I would be able to function. Like, you know? You just gotta keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. If you need a sign to keep going, take this as your sign. You are not too far, and God loves you. And you are so close to achieving what you need to achieve because we serve a great God, you know? I'm so serious. Like, never in a million years would I have thought that I could make a podcast. If we're being realistic, I never thought I could create a podcast until God was like, you know what? I got something for you. He helped me every step of the way to create that podcast. Every step of the way. And when I still look at that podcast, I'm still flabbergasted because I'm just like, how did you do that? How? Like, you know? How did he do that? I'm still to this day confused. Really. I'm still to this day confused because I'm like, whoa. Wow. Like, this is the actual podcast that I have my name on it. Like, you know? It was all God. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. So, yeah. This is the end of it. Thank you guys for watching my video. Let me see if I didn't forget any points. No, I think that's it. Thank you for everything, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!